Yeah, the Supreme Court would disagree with you on this. Marbury versus Madison, all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Miranda v. Arizona, where rights secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. An unconstitutional act is not law. It confers no rights, it imposes no duties, affords no protection, it creates no office. It is in legal contemplation, as inoperative as though it had never been passed. The general rule, that's Norton v. Shelby County. The general rule is that an unconstitutional statute, though having the form and name of law, is in reality no law, but is wholly void and ineffective for any purpose, since unconstitutionality dates from the time of its enactment, and not merely from the date of the decision so branding it. No one is bound to obey an unconstitutional law, and no courts are bound to enforce it. And Marbury v. Madison decision was a reiteration of this Thomas Jefferson quote. Every law consistent with the Constitution will have been made in pursuance of the powers granted by it. Kind of what Article 6, Clause 2 says. All laws shall be made in pursuance of the Constitution, in agreement, consistent with it, in accordance with it. Every usurpation or law repugnant to it cannot have been made in pursuance of its powers. The latter will be nugatory and void. Here's another Thomas Jefferson one, since you liked him so much. Rightful liberty is unobstructed action according to our will within limits drawn around us by the equal rights of others. I do not add within the limits of the law, because law is often but the tyrant's will, and always so when it violates the rights of the individual. No state shall convert a liberty into a privilege, license it, and attach a fee to it. Shuttlesworth v. Birmingham. If the state converts a liberty into a privilege, the citizen can engage in the right with impunity. You see, the founders knew that etchings with quill on a piece of parchment would not prevent government from usurping power and becoming tyrannical, which is why they considered it a duty of the people to be at all times armed, and a duty of the people, an equal duty of the people, to disobey all unconstitutional laws and usurpations from the government. It's as much of a duty to the people as obedience to just laws are. Act accordingly.